Here's what you have to do. You have to make a commitment to get rid of them. You have to get rid of them. You got to get rid of them. You got to get rid of them. Okay? Tell them you got gas problems. I don't care, but just get rid of them. It's kind of like the story, the guy goes to the doctor, and he says, "Doctor, I've got this real problem. I've been having these episodes of silent gas emissions all day." And the doctor goes, "Really?" He goes, "Yeah, I mean, it's an epidemic at this stage." He goes, "Okay, well, let me sit down and ask some questions here." And he's talking for about 10 minutes. He said, "Doc, look, I got to tell you, I've had 6 or 7 silent gas episodes right while I've been here with you." He said, "This is..." And the doc says, okay, I know what to do here. First thing we got to do is check out your hearing. Whatever you have to do to get out of working with the bad client. Some of those stories just come from way back there. I have no idea where that one came from. This is when the staff goes running for cover. Oh my God, he's had a vacation. This is what happens after he comes back from Hawaii. Get rid of the bad ones. Get rid of the bad clients. Every time. Get rid of them, get rid of them, get rid of them. Here's what I want to share with you. Good oranges produce what kind of juice? Good juice. Good people know who? Good people. Good people produce better transactions. Good people know good people. Good oranges produce good orange juice. Now, from time to time, there are bad oranges. Nasty. Pains. Difficult people. Difficult lives making your life difficult. These are people who do not want to be served. Okay? These are people who want to impose a will. These are people who are not looking for a professional. These are people who want to tell a professional how to do their job. How many of you experienced these clients? Okay? Let me share with you. The bad oranges produce what type of juice? Bad juice. Sour juice. Okay? And here's what I found. In my life, good people know good people and bad people know who? Okay? Let's stop calling them bad people. Let's just call them jackasses. Okay? That's much better. What do we need to say to those people? Bye-bye now. Bye-bye now. For those of you who don't know, my little boy Alex coined this phrase some time ago, because I always used to teach delete, 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 delete. But people didn't like that word. They sounded too harsh. And so Alex has a different phrase. Alex is, now he's just coming up to his 4th birthday. And when you leave Alex's presence, you leave him, you leave the other end of the house, or you go away from him, as you leave him, he comes up to you with this giant smile and goes, "Bye-bye now. Bye-bye now." See? So Mark says to me, "Brian, I'd like to work with you, but I'd like you to sell my house for 4%. Bye-bye now. Okay? Okay. Just try it with me. 1, 2, 3. Bye. Do you notice you're smiling? Okay. It's a happy thing. Instead of, "I lost the listing." Hey, I got rid of a jackass. I lost a headache. Are these happy times? I had a thorn, and now it's gone. I had a pain, it's removed. And that's what we have to do. Here's what Brian Buffini's all about. My gift is recognizing people's potential and then drawing it out of them. That's what I built a company to do, to draw the potential out of people, to help them become the best versions they're capable of being. Here's what I believe. I believe you are very powerful people, blessed with gifts by God. And I believe that the vast majority of you in here today have remarkably amounts of untapped potential. How many of you in here know you have a lot of untapped potential? Let me see your hands. Everyone in this room. Well, here's what I'm going to share with you. I can't afford to have your wings clipped, and neither can you. When you work with somebody like this, it keeps that potential under wraps. Does that make sense? When you work with a really negative client, does it make you want to go out and do more? It makes you want to do less. Is that true? How many of you have had a bad experience and then shortly after have had experience where you dropped a lead? How many of you have had a lead that came in and for whatever reason you spilled the lead? How many of you have had that? How many of you are here to try and generate more leads? So here you are. On one hand, I want to generate leads, and on the other hand, I've spilled the lead. Okay? That's schizophrenia. I'm okay, but how am I? Okay? I want the lead, I spill the lead. I want the lead, I spill the lead. I want the lead, I just don't want to do anything with them. Okay? Here's the thing. This is the stuff. If you have, how many of you have had a great experience with a good client? That was really, really fun and enjoyable. Did that make you want to do more or less? What? More. Did that seem like work? No, it seems like fun. Here's what I found. When people do what they enjoy, they tend to do it well. Here's what we do. Bye-bye now. Okay? They're gone. I just killed a cameraman, but it's all right. So, database, we want the purest oranges, the best oranges. The best oranges produce the best what? The best juice. And we're going to use written and communication and personal contact systems to generate the juice. All right. Systems to build, sort, and qualify your database. The first one here we're going to cover is called the Mayor Campaign. The Mayor Campaign. Mayor Campaign was developed by a friend of mine named Joe Nego. Joe Nego, in his first year of business, did 9 sales. 7 years later, did 259 sales. Following year, over 280. Okay? Phenomenal business. This is a guy right now, I just talked to him yesterday. They're having their 4th child. And Joe shared with me that last month he got 37 CMA calls. 37 calls where people called into his office and said, I want to know how much my house is worth to put it on the market. Is that a pretty prodigious business, yes or no? Now, you may not even want that many. That's okay. He started out with 9. And he used one system to build his business. It's called the Mayor Campaign. Now, it's a very simple system, and that's the trick. I've had Joe, in the early days, come out and speak at our events. In the early days, we'd have him speak at our Turning Point retreats, and we used to have a feedback sheet in the back of the book. That was back when we were interested in what you thought. And we'd get these kind of comments on Joe's presentation. Too basic, too simple. Was looking for a little more meat. These were people selling 6 homes a year. Einstein said simplicity is brilliance. Don't be fooled by simplicity. Simplicity is simple to understand. It's the doing of it that requires a bit. Does that make sense? Okay? That's where mastery comes in. It's simple to make a 3-foot putt. It's doing it under pressure when your livelihood is at stake. Okay? It's doing it in a major championship. That's where it's at. It's still a 3-foot putt. That's where simplicity and mastery have to go together. So here's the Mayor Campaign. Oh, by the way, if you were buying or selling a home or had a friend or a family member who was, do you have a realtor you'd refer them to? Okay? If you were buying or selling a home or had a friend or a family member who was, do you have a realtor you'd refer them to? And of course, we start off our little, any time we ask for a referral, we're going to use our little Columbo catchphrase. What does Inspector Columbo say? Oh, by the way. Oh, by the way. You'd have the little afterthought. Oh, by the way. So let's say this dialogue out together. Oh, by the way. If you were buying or selling a home or had a family member who was, do you have a you'd refer them to? Obviously, if you're in the loan business, do you have a lender you'd refer them to? Okay. On the follow-up, you're going to place these people who would refer you in your database and include them in your client appreciation program. Underline the phrase client appreciation program. I'm going to start drilling that term into you because that's going to be part of your business model in 2 days. It'll be part of what you do every day. The following formula must be followed after adding someone to your database. Here it is. Number 1, make a follow-up phone call. Make a follow-up phone call. Number 2, send them a personal note. And number 3, add them to your client appreciation program. Make a follow-up phone call, send them a personal note, add them to your client appreciation program. Okay, so after you put somebody on, make a call, follow up with a personal note, add them to your client appreciation program. There's also ways. Now, this is how Joe built it one at a time. How many of you are either new to the business, new to the area, or you have a small database? Let me see your hands. If you're in that capacity, let me give you a game plan right now. The goal is to shoot for 5 new names a day. 5 new names a day. You're talking with somebody, you're having a conversation. You're at a party, you're at a social function, whatever. Paul, what do you do for a living? Paul tells me. Okay, what's the logical thing for Paul to say to me then? What do you do? I help people buy and sell homes, Paul. By the way, if you were buying or selling a home or had a friend or family member who was, do you have a realtor you'd refer them to? No? Okay. You know, I have this client appreciation program inside my business. I send out these items of value every month. If you'd like, I'd be happy to put you on that list. Send you those items of value yourself. That's something you'd be interested in? Okay, fine. Okay. What's the best place to send these to, Paul? He gives me an address. In case there's a problem, what's the best number to reach you at? Now I have a name, address, phone number. Okay? And I follow up. I make a call. I'll send them a personal note. And then I'll put them on my client appreciation program. That's how you can add individuals by the day. The Mayor Campaign is what I use. Listen, I use that dialogue to sort and qualify my database. If you have people in your database, you don't know who they are. You don't know what they do. You don't know where they're from. If you have a geographic farm that's all mixed with all kinds of people, you don't know who they are or what they are, where they're from. You know, are they good people who would refer you? Are they people who just don't know you? Are they people who are realtors or lenders in your database? Okay? How many of you receive on a regular basis at your home a solicitation from a realtor or lender? Are you going to do business with them? Are they wasting their money? And they've lost something more important, their focus. Every time you have someone in your database who shouldn't be, your focus is distracted from where it needs to be. Okay? And so the mayor campaign is the way to do it one at a time. There are also ways to build your database groups at a time. And I'm going to show you this. I'm going to show you groups. I'm going to show you ways to do this with businesses where you can actually bring in lists of people to your database. But listen closely. No matter how many times, if you do one at a time or you bring in lots of people at a time to your database, no matter what, you must sort and qualify them. And the only way to sort and qualify somebody is to ask them. The mayor campaign. Say it with me. At the end of the conversation, what does Columbo say? Oh, by the way, if you were or selling a home or had a family member who was, do you have a... Now they're qualified.